Yes, everyone, welcome here to another video from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. But yeah, again, today we are not in Tokyo today. It is getting to be winter time here in mid-December. Merry Christmas. And this is probably day 14, no coffee. And I was listening to one of the videos that I made last week in the early stages of no coffee, and I did sound a little depressed. Anyway, today I thought that we could come to maybe number should be unquestionably right now this is Japan's number one resort of Hakuba. We could cover some of the stuff in the real estate market there. You can see Hakuba's placement. This is Nagano City here this is Nagano Ken or Nagano Prefecture. And Nagano City is right here. And it's just to the south of it here, placed right along the Japanese Alps. And this is Hakuba Mura right there if you come in closer to there. And it is definitely the number one resort in Japan right now. Niseko as well, but in Hokkaido. But for here in Nagano, it's definitely sort of the Gucci resort. Now, I had a chance here to come to the Instagram, and is unquestionably you can see why it is stunning. Here are just pictures of Hakuba, Japan. Of course, because it's Instagram, you always get lots of pretty girls as well, which is kind of a nice for us regular men in the world. But there you could see Nagano here or Hakuba here in the summertime as well. Very, very beautiful. So much different than Niigata. And it's because Hakuba is more remote. It is almost just smack dab in the middle of the mountains, and it doesn't really have agriculture around it like you'd find in. Oh, look at that! That's amazing. Uh, like you'd find in Niigata. In Niigata, there's just right at the bottom of the mountains, for example, would be rice fields. But that's not the case here in Hakuba. They've carved they've carved this resort right out of the mountains. It's just stunning. It's unbelievable. Beautiful, beautiful. What's the best picture you think? I keep coming back to this one with those. But I guess we could look at that. It is stunning though. It is very beautiful. But it's geographically different. So in some ways, this kind of investment in places like Hakuba, you're really buying a real resort sort of investment. Whereas like when you're buying in the Niigata and stuff like that, there's an interesting one right there. Um, uh, you're buying more of a. You're also buying into the economics of the agriculture, which is the main business of that area as well. Anyway, we'll cut to the chase here. The introduction here, beautiful pictures here. Here, we'll come here to the map. There's not much supply here in Hakuba, and there's no supply in the lower sort of tiers. Everything we see here is you see orange, and we know that orange means pretty high, and this one is going to be like more medium. But compared to the North American real estate space, we looked at in other videos there. There was a beautiful house there in Whistler for 3.2 million. So I mean, even the very top end of the Hakuba market here, which is 8,000 won, I think that would be 700 or near 800,000 Canadian. And we have another sample here, and this is at 500,000. So it is still like 20% in this case, 20% the price, and then this one would be, I guess, 60%, 60% off. You could look at it. Anyways, I've opened up both the listings here, and they're both nice places. The first one, the more expensive one here for 8,000 won, is pretty spectacular. Spectacular. I don't know. It's just really cool. It's kind of what you'd like to get in a beautiful mountain resort. And two-story house, but very beautiful. Just how it was all done in sort of wood or that sort of log cabin look. Very beautiful inside. In fact, I was happy to look at these pictures. Yeah, you can see it. But yeah, I think it's just total Japanese standard kitchen, tiled a tiled bathroom right there with wood up there. Beautiful, just the wood everywhere. The wood accents, the whole sort of mountain look of this house is beautiful. And there you'd have like that would be the Genkan in the wintertime. Isn't that a beautiful picture though? And I wonder if you could negotiate for that price, forget everything in the house. You very likely could. It's just a beautiful. I like it. I'm not saying I'm the one to get it, but it's interesting. Like in the number one, these people are lottery winners, I guess. They probably bought this house or probably constructed this house 30 years ago when Hakuba. There, though, you can see there, this is an out of date hot water system. just in the kitchen. So what it means is like this sort of system in the kitchen is providing hot water for the kitchen here only, and the hot water systems that go to the bathroom or other areas, probably only going to the bathroom, are probably on a separate unit. But so they're not piped in between. What it specifically meaning. Yeah, cool. This looks to be a second suite though. Yeah, I wonder if that it is. That's just like a second suite, like an Airbnb almost. It's interesting. It's beautiful. Really like it. Oh, you can see there though. It is it is captured from the road. Ooh, I wonder if there's even no parking on this. Looks like there might be no parking because it's actually captured in the road there as you come into the lot. I don't know how hard it would be to find parking in this area. Maybe there's enough room to bring your car down there anyway. Beautiful house though. Beautiful house. Look, we'll go down here and look at some of the details in the listing though, which would be very important. 8,000 mon. Again, any of this stuff in this sort of mountainous place, it's going to be far from the station. 35-minute from the station, Hakuba station. Okay. All the systems in the house here are working for LDK. 527 meters of land, quite a bit. 141 meters in the house, which is perfect size. Really nice. Oh, I was right. Built in 1995. Ooh, got it right. I got it right. I can just tell. So long in Japan. And yes, there is parking. So I guess you can bring your car. There's enough room to bring it down into that lot. So there is parking, and it's they say it's free, right? But yeah, you need 8,000 mon, and then it's free. And I'll show you again, right there. So meaning it is ownership right there. Wooden house, obviously, 2-story. That's about. We could maybe cut to the chase here and look at some of the just the map in terms of its locality, which is Hakuba is not much of a like not much of a town. It's just a small little town. And then we'll take the Google Maps golden guy, and we'll try to drop him down. Try to drop him down into there, and we can see the character. Yeah, this would be a Japanese like just a resort area, Kogen, like you'd see on the top of a mountain. There's going to be very little agriculture here, but certainly just, I wonder if that's the house back there. We saw it. I think. Wonder if that's the house right there. I don't know if I'm able to get in there closer to it. Yeah, this would be a totally. It's a beautiful Japanese resort, no question about it. No question about it. And you can see like there's a nice spaciousness between all the houses and stuff like that. Everything's not crowded in like you'd see in other agricultural areas where that land has more pressure on it. That land just has more pressure on it because it's more valuable because it's like in this area you can see there's less because there's less need. They can't really farm here. It's up in a Kogen, and a Kogen is like a mountain sort of like alpine area like that. So that there's less pressure on the land to make full use of it like you'd see in other areas. Anyway, that's an interesting look here at this house. There was another sample here in the marketplace here, of course, and we'll move over to that one right here. And I'll move to the top of the listing. And I will not forget to share my tab, as I always mention. And this, is, of course, is not as nice as that one. It's just not as like aesthetically pleasing, but it's basically functionally the same. This one is 5,400 mon, and we can just flip through these pictures more. But you'd see like you'd see, for example, this type of house in a smaller town would be like 2,000 mon perhaps. But here it's a bit of a lottery winner. They've owned this house was probably built in the late 90s, I'm guessing. Let's see if I'm right. And they built it there. And yeah, this maybe even early 2000s because that yellow kitchen look was hot then. Oh, I can remember that. Unit bath. This kind of second wave unit bath is really holding up really well though. Really look really nice. You can keep your unit bath clean. I think they can last forever too. Just keep them clean. Oh, there you go. Of course, everything's working in the house. Just total standard house. And you see that I'm a little bit wrong, and there is a little bit of agriculture here in this area. Placement might be just a little bit different than that other one, though, in terms of the town. Isn't that amazing? Going down here to the information about the listing right here, and 5,400 mon, two toilets. All the systems in the house are hooked up and working, of course, as would be standard in Japan. Look, the big lots here, 500 meters of land, 113 meters of internal building space. 2007, I got it right because of that kitchen. That's when those kitchens were hot in Tokyo real estate. The Tokyo real estate man. I've been in the real estate business a lot of years. Means I'm old. Veteran. Uh, uh, Built 2007. I can just remember the yellow and the blue. There was a yellow, blue, and even like pink kitchens at the time were really hot. Anyhow, it's just a standard house, of course, with parking. Show you can ownership. So just a really standard house. We could pop up here to the map here, have a look around, pop up a little bit right there, and then you can see into it. We could even go here to the satellite picture so you can understand here what's going on in the picture. And there is a little bit of agriculture here. Uh, so depending on where your house is placed, this looks to be more placed in the floor of the valley where there is agriculture. Japanese land usage is so amazing. Like when you get into more spacious sort of places, like was seen in that other previous one we looked at, that's more on top of mountains. You just would not once you have valuable farmland and that you see it being used in Japan. It's really great. It looks to be a very busy road it's on though. We'll try to drop the Google Maps golden guy, as I call him, right in there, and I wonder if we can see it. And that might be the house right there. We found it. Finally, Tokyo Real Estate Man finally finds the properties here. It's definitely not as nice as the other one, but I think you'd get this plot of land with it. So that's really interesting. Yeah, so you could have a little agriculture business there as well. Stunning, this beautiful town. I love it. So we got two samples in this market here, one for 8,000 mon and one for 5,000 mon. And financially speaking, I thought we better move over here to the other tab. We see that the first one there is going for 525,000 US dollars. Okay, and the other one, we'll just change this down. This is going to be more like 300 probably right now. Oh, such a currency advantage that the American people have on us right now. If you're American people right now, you got to get involved, and you have a surplus. You have to get involved in Japanese real estate somewhere. I think it's really worth it. Interesting. I do have a little bit more that I wanted to, because I keep doing these sort of comparative analysis things on this, and I'm telling you, I see like Hakuba might be the Gucci resort, but I'm telling you, the place to go when you're looking at price is here in Niigata. And we looked at this house in a previous video here, the 100 for 2,600 month, and then if we come back here to the original golden map or the golden map, the Google Maps, I should say, you'll find that Yuzawa, okay, is going to be, you know that Nagano City is right here. Okay, it's funny the way that these valleys work is they work like east west, like because the the water would flow from here down out this way to the Japan Seaway. So there's not you see that they built a road here from Nakano to Hakuba, right? I don't know how they built that road because it just basically going through mountains and stuff like that. So the systems are easier when they're working like this sort of center to center to coast pattern because that's the way the rivers flowed, and that's the way the original people who came and settled in Japan uh, did that, or like that's how they settled it. And then Yuzawa is going to be over here, Niigata. It's interesting. Niigata goes up like this will be over here, Yuzawa. Let's try to move over the map so I can more accurately see. Yeah, so it's in the same geographic area, Yuzawa and Hakuba. There's Tokomachi, of course, okay? And then Echigo Yuzawa. So the house that I looked at, we just looked at briefly here for 2,600 man, is geographically in the same area. However, Hakuba right now, it just has that Gucci feel for the ski resorts. And it's definitely a beautiful resort like we saw in the pictures. However, when we come here to this listing right here, and I'm doing a really good job with the tabs today, I might add. We know that the Shinkansen goes there. The Shinkansen, I do not believe, goes to Hakuba. The Shinkansen goes here to Echigo Yuzawa, direct from Tokyo, so it's actually easier to get to. And this one unit here is zoned commercially. So you can actually get the license for this one and operate it as a hotel. And I'll bring it over here to this one again. And it's the second time I've covered it in a video. It's because, and it's just a comparative analysis. You're getting more. This is more house for less. And you have, when you're going here into Niigata, you have regulations on your side because with this commercial zoning that you can get the Airbnb license. So the only pushback you could say to me is that the real estate in Hakuba there are probably going to be able to fetch a higher daily price for, let's say, an Airbnb if you were able to get the license there in there you go. I mentioned earlier how the blue kitchens were in that style. There you go. There, the yellow, the blue, and the red, and the pink. I can remember they were all big in that sort of 2003 to 2008 period. Anyway, uh, this this one house I keep bringing it up. I just think is a tremendous deal. It's a tremendous deal if you're looking for a resort property with a little bit of business inside. And I'll come out down here to the information of the listing again. 2,600 man, functionally everything working here in the ownership. Okay, less land though, 164 meters of land, 249, but more living space or internal building space. I guess because the garage is on the bottom of the of the house, and the key to it here though, I'm going to try to find it. Where did I see it earlier when I was looking? It's right here. Okay, this is ownership. Show you can, and this is here. Shogyo Chiki, and this means it's zoned commercially. So this would be in Japanese muteki. 何でもできるよ。こういう物件は無敵の物件だから民泊できるよ。Airbnb できるよ。無敵。あと、まあ、格安い。安い。Okay, so in Japanese, it's like I just said quickly, it's cheaper price and it's muteki, which is like it's a really unbeatable deal, in a way. And it's just a comparative analysis. Certainly, it depends about what kind of investor you are. The Hakuba property, I think that Hakuba resort is really, really going to keep going places, and people really love Japan. Given, can go back to the pictures on that one. It was a beautiful house. It was a very beautiful house. I think the best picture on that one was in the second one, right? I thought that one there was a really good thing. That's a really good picture for me to end the video. However, as a comparative analysis, the deal right now is to go into Niigata, and it has better transportation. However, this is interesting too because it's that sort of Gucci. It's got that Gucci feel right now, Hakuba. But the foundations aren't as nice as they're done there in Niigata. Interesting. Another video here from the Tokyo real estate man. You can always, if you want to ever contact me for anything, you have any questions or anything about property in Japan, you can come here to my Instagram, Tokyo Real Estate Man or Shibuya Republic. Look for that red bus. Or failing that, you can come here to the website, Tokyo Real Estate Man dot website. I like that. Tokyo Real Estate website, and I think the contact box is finally working. I paid a guy to fix it. Failing that, you can always leave an email there at my email which is expressed here above on the very top of it. Anyway, another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. Thank you for taking the time to watch these videos. They are enjoyable for me to make. The deal is in Niigata, but the Gucci is in Nagano. いつもこのチャンネル見てると応援する皆様、コメントしてください。プラスはしてください。もうありがとう。And thank you very much. このビデオこれで終わりです。